So make sure you head out there this weekend. Now, speaking of health, starting off a new year, so many of us think that meeting health and weight loss resolutions means jumping on the newest diet fad and getting thin fast. However, striving to be skinny doesn't always lead to the best health and nutrition habits. Dr. Beverly Yates practices naturopathic medicine and is here to offer tips and advice on eating healthy in the new year. Welcome, Dr. Yates. Thanks for joining us.
You're great to be here today.
All right, so how can people use the new year to jumpstart a new plan?
The best way to do it is to forget about old bad habits, put it in the rearview mirror, and make a new commitment. It's okay if we make mistakes.
Well, it sounds so much easier said than done,
it
right?
does.
All right, so let's talk about some good foods and some bad foods.
Sure.
Okay. So we have this notion that when it says health or non-fat or low-fat, then that's automatically good for us. Not always the case.
Not always the case. Fats are actually necessary for human health. And if you have a no-fat diet, that's a mistake. You'll make yourself sick. Your skin will probably suffer. Maybe your hair and your nails and even your memory might be affected.
So what foods get a bad rap that maybe are good for us?
Sure. Foods that commonly get a bad rap, particularly in the category of oils, would be palm oils and coconut oils. People think that palm oils are all hydrogenated and full of trans fats. Not true. Trans fats are not a part at all of palm oil unless it's otherwise been altered. So Malaysian palm fruit oil is great. It's heart healthy and can even help prevent and to treat strokes. Recent research from National Institutes of Health has proven its health benefits, and it's a well-kept secret. It's a good oil.
Right, so palm and coconut oil are
they get
good.
a bad rap.
Olive oil we all know about.
Yeah, olive oil is great.
So let's talk about some of the stuff that you have here on the table, because some of it looks so tasty. I want to dive in right now, and some of it I don't know what it means.
Sure. So let's start over here with the Parmesan cheese. Parmesan cheese grated can be fun. The idea is portion control. 1 to 2 tablespoons on top of a salad or on top of rice, potatoes, things like that is fine for you. But you don't take off the lid and dump the whole tub of the Parmesan cheese on your food. It's too much all at once, right? It's all about balance. The same is true for supplements. If you want the tocotrienols and the cardiovascular health benefits to prevent or to help recover from a stroke, you can go online, you can go to ethnic food stores to find either the Malaysian palm fruit oil or its derivatives, and you can also use your computer if your local neighborhood does not have any ethnic stores. Look on Amazon or other sites like that to find what you need. The same can be true for starches, carbohydrates, right? We were talking about that. People get obsessed with no carbs.
Right. You can't do all nothing or all, right?
Right.
Okay.
It's all about balance.
Right.
So carbohydrates are not evil, just the way oil is not evil. So with the carbohydrates, you want to focus in on the whole grains, and you want to focus in on the kinds of foods and snacks, quick energy things that are actually going to be good for you. So if you're going to use snack bars, you want to use snack bars that have ingredients in them, like the kind bars that you can see. When you look at the kind bars, you can see the nuts, you can see the seeds, you can see the pomegranate, whatever else is in there. And when you look at the label, it's stuff that you can read, spell, and pronounce.
Right,
it's not all chemical soup. And I always tell my patients, if you look at your labels and you don't recognize a single word on there, and it's like something out of a chemistry lab, avoid it. It's trouble. You don't want it.
That's a good rule of thumb.
Yeah.
So when I came up to this table, Dr. Yates, I saw these cookies and I said, please tell me that I can't eat these.
We had a good discussion.
And what'd you say? What'd you say?
And I said, yes, you can eat them, but you can have 2 to 3 at a time. Cookies are not a health food, okay? So I'm not trying to promote that way. I don't want to take my license. However, if you're going to have cookies, go for quality. These are all organic, and the Newman Foundation does wonderful things as a nonprofit, and so I want to support people that support our communities. If you find, though, that you want to put your face in that bag and eat all the cookies, clearly you're out of balance. Something's not right. So here's a quick tip for folks. You start your meals with protein and your vegetables, your fiber. Let that be the first thing in your mouth and in your gut. It's filling, it's satisfying, and it should calm down your appetite, your hunger, especially if it's been too long since you last ate. Makes it a lot less likely that you're going to want to eat all of this and that you could have 2 or 3. You're going to be okay.
Yeah, you know what? Such great information that we have to start applying. Now, what if I like savory? What if I like chips? I like savory flavors.
Right.
What do I have for me?
Okay, so for savory flavors, I tell people if you would like chips, go for things like these Way Better snacks. They've got corn in them, of course, along with sweet potatoes, sprouted quinoa, sprouted chia seeds, and the flax content. All that fiber is wonderful. That, you drink that with some water, maybe have some sunflower seeds, a slice or 2 of turkey breast or chicken breast, and you're going to be really satisfied, and then you don't get overly hungry, which keeps you out of the danger zone of wanting to eat, an entire bag, let's say, of chips or of cookies. That's
true.
Where you get into trouble.
So you do recommend small snacks in between meals versus trying to do one big meal and that's it, or a few small meals.
Right.
So snacking is good. You heard it right here. But smart snacking is what you're saying.
Smart snacking.
So real quick, so going back to the supplements over here, we can find those online.
You can find those online.
Sometimes you can find them at ethnic food stores.
Right.
And of course, these can be found in any produce store. So all of this stuff is really readily available for everybody.
That's right. Apples, potatoes, mangoes. You know, if you want to toka trianols, again, you go online or you go to an ethnic food store and you have better success finding what you're looking for.
Dr. Yates, I love the information. Thank you very much.
You're most
welcome.
welcome.
We're going to change our lives. Stay